Hey, it's John Pellan, UTVscene.com. I'm out here at San Padre Island. It's a big day. I remember in 2003 there was something similar, the YFZ and the Rhino. We're looking at the brand new Yamaha YXZ1000R. Let's take a closer look. What I'm going to do here, this isn't an all-out video where I'm going to do a ride review, but I will showcase the machine. I'll talk to a few people. We'll get the scoop on the machine and we'll ride it later. So this isn't the real ride review, but we are going to get some really good information. I'm excited, as you can tell. This thing, holy cow. Dustin Nelson, the guy that was instrumental in the YFZ. Were you this instrumental, as instrumental with this new YXZ as you were back then?
No, I would have liked to be, because this thing's awesome. It's super fun. But to be honest, the guys back in Georgia developed this thing, and they came out west to test it a lot. But the guys back there, they were so used to the vehicle, they didn't bring me in till the very end. I went to one test day at the very end, and then I spent a good week of driving it. Was lucky enough to drive it for all the video and commercial shoots and stuff like that. And man, I had a blast. This thing's fun.
So you're the guy in the commercial. So when we know, so all you guys listen, if you're watching a TV commercial at home, it's my boy Dustin. He's the driver. But all right, tell us why you like it so much. Is it the manual transmission? Is it the key or the suspension? What is it? Just a combo?
Yeah, I mean, I've spent a good time and a good amount of time in side-by-sides in the last couple of years, and you know, yeah, I would just say that the big thing lacking, I guess, was like this aggressive delivery of power. And you could with the belt systems, you could play with clutching and try to get it, but with a manual clutch, 5-speed transmission, we got a good engine, and it's so fun, man. I love the thing. I really think that the people that want to drive things aggressively, and you know, like us quad guys, you know, we're used to shifting and putting in what gear we want, having a clutch.
One down and four
yeah,
up.
exactly. It feels very familiar. So it's a ton of fun. The handling of the vehicle is really good. I'm pretty pumped. You know, like, you know, I'm on a racing contract with these guys for the rest of this year and next, and I'm stoked to be jumping in and starting to build one of these things to race next year.
I was just going to get into that. So now we're talking. You're going to be racing a Yamaha on a factory-supported deal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So this year awesome. We've been racing the SR1, which is like a hybrid of a side-by-side built by Weller Racing, and then I've dabbled into the Pro Light truck in the Lucas Oil series, and you know, with this vehicle coming out, the YXZ1000R, I'm just stoked. Maybe we have a production vehicle that we can go battle with, and
it's
you
only
know,
going to get better. It comes this good stock.
Yeah,
can you imagine what you guys are going to do to it?
I'm really excited. You know, I haven't gotten the chance to dabble into all the things we can do, but I will very soon, and I'm excited. The platform's so good to start with that I think that we're going to be not only competitive, but we're going to be winning races. So it's going to be fun.
Sweet. Well, I'm talking more about the manual transmission because I just can't get over it. It's something so new, and I'm excited about it. Yeah. But the one thing I'm wondering about is you're taking your hand off the wheel. Does that hinder your driving and all? Like, there's a lot of trees and stuff around. Is it different?
Yeah, like, you know,
just get used to it. I don't know.
It's something I guess you got to get used to, but the power steering is so good in the thing. Like, you're never getting the wheel jerked out of your hand. You know, I drove this thing in some pretty gnarly conditions. If you saw the intro video, I mean, we were hammering through rocks and whoops, and I'm steering through these rutted corners.
When you say that, I get the impression that I need to grab the steering wheel, but you're saying
it's so light. I mean, I'm definitely 2 hands on the wheel when I'm not shifting. But to reach over and bang a gear is no big deal. The steering's so light, the machine feels so nimble. It's you know, it's stable and steady, feels under control. So yeah, you know, like I'm used to the steering with one hand for times with the Pro Light and the SR1. We're shifting in both of those, and you know, actually this thing shifts just like my SR1, one forward, you know, 4 back. So it's pretty awesome, and yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big deal because with the sequential transmission, you're not trying to find a gear. It's not like an H pattern transmission where you're trying to find a gear. You just stab that clutch, bang that thing back, or, you know, if you're downshifted, bang it forward, and and you're in, you know, and put your hand back
that,
up on the wheel.
There's some talk that you don't let off the gas either. You're hammered all the way down and almost fanning the clutch like you would on a ATV. Is that kind of like a quick stab?
Yeah, just a quick stab of your foot.
Never lifting off your right.
My right foot's on the floor when I shift this thing. It's so awesome and durable. It's been great. Wow.
Now, did you get a chance to try the Recluse clutch system? Would that make it even better, or do you like it without?
I think that the Recluse is just gonna make it, you know, it's gonna bring a different factor. Like, it's gonna make it really easy to drive for somebody that's not super comfortable with the manual. You know, with the Recluse,
There's
you know, you just stop
Recluse.
in gear and it's not going to make a big deal.
There's talk that it could almost be traction control, having a Recluse clutch system in there.
Yeah, I mean,
versus a guy that is using too much clutch, he's getting spin. You know, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how adjustable the Recluse is in this vehicle, but I know on a quad and a motorcycle, it's very adjustable of where it comes in, at what RPM, and all that stuff. So, like I said, I don't have very much experience with it in this vehicle, but
props for Yamaha for doing it, because
it's a cool idea.
It is,
and I think it broadens the use of this vehicle. You know, it takes it from being just awesome for the super aggressive guys that want to go out there and pound it and race it and all this stuff, and it broadens it to where somebody just learning to drive a manual can be, you know, super comfortable with a Recluse in the car.
Neat, really neat.
Yeah.
What was your first impression when you saw it? I mean, you got shocks coming through the front end of the hood. You got a total Yamaha look to it.
Yeah.
Give me your how did it go? Where did you first see this machine, and tell me the experience?
I first saw it, you know, the testing guys maybe showed me a couple pictures, but the first time I saw it up close was at a test I got invited to, and you know, when I saw it, I was just excited. It looks like a big quad, and when you're driving it, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're just strapped into a big quad. It handles really flat, and it's got good power to weight feeling, and you're banging gears, and it's just a good time, man.
Wow. Thank you for talking with us.